All right, Deidre, thank you so much for meeting with me at this late hour on a Friday.
Thank you.
We were chatting a little bit about a position earlier today, and that position ended up being filled. And then another position came across my desk, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Deidre is like perfect for it. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your job duties at your last job? Like, let's walk through a day. What did it look like, and where did you work?
I worked at True Health in Sanford. I was a medical records coordinator. I would come in and basically everything was electronic medical record. We really didn't lay hands on paper too much. We did have some records that came in paper and we had to scan them in and then put them in the patient's charts. But aside from that, we would get documents all day long and we would have to route them to the correct provider to make sure that they were being signed off on. We did have a monthly metrics that had to be met, and every month I exceeded that monthly metric by over 400 documents.
Oh my
And
goodness.
at the end of the year, I was awarded an internal award for most records done by a medical records personnel for the entire year.
Wow, Deidre, that's incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
And so before that, and oh, you were answering calls there at like very high volume, you said?
Yes, we did. We were on a call queue as well.
Okay.
So yes, I was fielding about anywhere I would say from 50 to 70 calls in the 3.5 hours that I was on the call queue.
Okay. All right. Wow. Okay. And then before that, you were with your referral coordinator, and so you were doing lots of insurance benefits and verifications.
Yes.
Okay. And then you also were denial prevention associate with a very large billing company, and you also did some revenue cycle and medical billing for that
Yes.
company as well. Okay.
That's correct.
All right. And then you have your certificate in medical coding and billing.
I don't have my certification in that now.
Okay. So let's see here. What did you do with Kaiser?
Kaiser, I mean, I went to I did the classes,
Okay.
but back then we weren't told that we had to sign up for the AAPC and actually take the certification exam.
Okay.
So I actually didn't know that I needed to do that.
Okay.
But that was quite some time ago. So
Okay. Well,
I
that's
have
fine.
done the courses. I just in all honesty, I'm scared to take the exam.
Okay. All right. Well, you did it for a couple of years, the actual job. Here, let's see, was that 2018? About 2 years you did that role?
About a year at Synergy.
Year at Synergy. Okay. And so tell me about your experience with EMR and EHR systems. Where did you work with those?
I worked with those at pretty much every facility, every job that I've had. At True Health, we went from Centricity, that was the system that I learned on, and then we moved to AthenaNet. We were basically self-taught on AthenaNet. We really, it was virtual, but we were basically self-taught. We were just kind of trying to figure it out as a team. And then at University Rehab, I worked on WebPT, and that's where I did some scheduling for the evaluations. That was my job as part of referrals, was to schedule evaluations for new patients to come in and get their physical therapy done.
Okay.
And I also covered the front desk at that job as needed. So I also did regular scheduling, canceling of appointments, answering the phone there for patient calls. And we also did, let me see, I also worked on Cario at that facility. And then at Synergy, I primarily worked on eClinicalWorks.
Okay.
And I think that's about it. But pretty much every job I've had since I left my long-term employer, which was not medical related, has been electronic medical records.
Okay, perfect. And you're good with high-paced, fast environment? You were
Yes,
telling
I
me.
would prefer a fast environment. I don't like sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I would like to move, help as many people as I can help. It makes the day go by faster, and a sense of accomplishment and pride. to do that.
Perfect. All right, Deidre, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to talk about.